my family and I came to the US, I thought these poor people that had just, been cursed to grow up in this country of darkness, of ignorance. And I have the truth. I have the light. I know the Quran. I know the teachings of the Prophet. I know the way that is Islam. I could teach these people. So I made it my job to try to win as many people to Islam as I could.
Doing dawah and winning them for Muhammad, right?
Yeah, I was a Muslim missionary is how I thought about it. And I did that for several years and eventually met the woman who would become my wife. And she came from a Christian background. When she became pregnant with our first daughter, then the discussion came, well, what about our children? I told my wife, oh, honey, there's no confusion. It's simple. They're Muslim. That scared her. And then she knew she was in trouble. And she had made a bad decision. She mobilized an army of prayer warriors to intercede for me, to pray for me. Probably 10 to 20,000 people were praying for me every week. I became more and more certain that I was hopeless and helpless. And there was nothing I could do to fix it. Reading the Quran, it didn't bring me any peace or joy or satisfaction. I was just becoming also convinced that I was not going to be forgiven and blessed and received into paradise. That just wasn't my destiny. And I accepted it. She invited me to come to church. And I said, sure, why not? I sat through the service and there was something there in that room that drew me. I felt that I wanted to be a part of, and I didn't understand why I was being attracted. Sitting in the back of this church, thinking to myself, how I wish this gospel was true. I thought, the only one that can prove to me if the gospel is true is God. God, if there's another truth, if there's a real truth that I need to believe, then show me. I want to know. And as soon as I had that thought, I have this vision. I'm just standing here on this rocky hill, watching this man in front of me being nailed to a cross. And then that cross being raised up and looking up into the face of this bloodied, beaten man with such deep love in his eyes, looking at me, loving me even as he's in pain up on that cross, and realizing that this is more than just a prophet. This is the one who knows me inside and out, who loves me more than anyone could ever love me. And somehow what's happening to him on that cross in that moment is for me. And it's because of his love for me. I'm praying this prayer and asking the Lord to forgive me of my sin, confessing Jesus as my Lord and as my Savior and as my God. And immediately after I did that, brother, I felt something like a warm blanket just come and just wrap me up in the most wonderful peace. Like my heart, all the burdens that I've been carrying just like melting away. I felt the love of God, not from a distance, not even like close, but like inside me, like under my skin. It was amazing. And my heart is just exploding with like, yes, this is like what I've longed for my whole life.